today we are going to be rescuing Richlan. This will be the last fetch a Kerbal mission that we're going to be doing for a while. So, first thing I want to do is I want to line up just get it straight on with these orbits. It is normally much easier than this. Close enough. There we go. So I want the Space Center that I'm actively using right now to be in this orbital plane. So if it's in the orbital plane, it'll intersect this line because I should be looking right along. The camera should be inside the orbital plane. There it is. And just gonna eyeball it somewhere about right there. You don't want to get too accurate. I don't know if the actual location is the top of the icon or the bottom of the icon. We're just call the middle good enough. There we go. There we are. All lined up. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get this guy. I'm spending way more than I really wanted to on this mission. I'm not getting very much, maybe like 80,000 funds, but this spaceship, the amount of Delta V that I need to rescue this guy is ridiculous. So yeah, I should have paid a little bit more attention when I was selecting this mission. The near Earth orbit missions are not too bad, especially if you can get a bunch of them. You can make a lot of money that way and get some extra Kerbals. Although, admittedly, if you've got the USI mods installed like I do, you've got farmers and scouts, and they're not quite as useful as the other ones. Like pilots and engineers and scientists. So I got my feather duster. I'm going to get my feather duster out. Get this little guy. It's robotic. It's got a seat for just the one guy. That way I don't have to worry about snacks on the way up, only snacks on the way back, which should be a lot easier coming back than plotting the intercept. So here she is. Let's launch her, and hopefully she doesn't tear herself apart on the launch pad. As they tend to do. Very good. No explosions. I like it. That's a good start. Okay. So the inclination that I'm going to be dealing with is not that. That's the moon. This one right here. I need to go south. Pretty sure I want to go south. Well, I want to head west because it's in the opposite direction. But it's a little bit, just a little tad south. It's like 10, 15 degrees, if I remember correctly. So, oh well. We can fix it if we're a little off. Oh, Jebediah. Okay, Jebediah, you're supposed to sit this one out. There you go. Just Jebediah needs to go to space. We had to crawl up that spaceship and throw him out of there. Get out of there, we need room. This is a rescue mission. There's only one seat, Jebediah. Think about it. Okay, here we go. South, going south. We'll let it go up a little bit before we start pitching over. Because this may require a data link at the Space Center there. And if you get too aggressive in your gravity turn, you can get out of communications range. Straighten it out. Get that switch. Get out of here before they slam into each other. We can start our turn. We can start an aggressive turn. Yeah, we're looking right into the sun, aren't we? 214 apoapsis, that's not too bad. Stop that. Okay, now we can see how close did we get. Why is this not working? We're not in space yet, that's why. It doesn't show you the orbits till you actually get into space. Come on, start moving this way. Put it on the horizon. Okay. Here's our target orbit. Oh crap, we needed to go north. Alright, change of plans, folks. We're going north. And yeah, that's some... Oh, we can ditch those. We are coming up on our apoapsis. We need to start our next stage. still 7 degrees off. That is unoptimal. Heck, we're rolling with it. Maybe we'll make orbit. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Rocket fuel down the drains. Got into a nice orbit here. We're 2 degrees off the relative inclination. That's not ideal, but we may or may not be able to recover from that. Time will tell. You know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start burning here. guess I still got, yeah, signal strength is pretty good. Close, but not too close. It would have been better if I hit that. Well, maybe not. Even though I'm not in that, I may be able to use this to see when I get up here at my apoapsis, I'm going to burn and I'm going to match the orbit. So this will change into my parapsis, or I might do it here actually. Oh, I guess I would want to do it here. Maybe I'll do it all here. We'll see. We'll see. I got time. So let's go ahead and let's warp up to here. Oh, it is. I'm going backwards. What am I doing? I was totally backwards. What's going on here? Okay, are we back? Okay, this doesn't make much sense here. Okay, that's the wrong way. Whoop, you almost had me. You almost had me thrusting the wrong way. But I want to go south to move this down. Okay, now I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. What the heck? I just need one orbit. Oh, I guess I can use the relative inclination. I was gonna try to line up the lines and use that to tell me how far away I was. But I guess I've got a nice, precise digital readout here that I can use. There's no reason for me to get this precise because I'm about to do a burn that isn't going to be precise, and there's really no point. Well, I guess this will give me a good velocity vector to point in the right direction. So now I'm just going to burn to match these orbits. So the planes are practically lined up. I need to match this orbit better. Just wait for it to come around. Just do a full orbit. Oh, wait, I'm going this way. So I wanted these apoapsis and parapsis to line up. So now I can warp to the apoapsis. And it's just so I can match the eccentricity of the target orbit. It's not really that important. Now, and I was doing some minor adjustments to help push the relative inclination, so I was keeping an eye on this and an eye on this at the same time. So I've got a pretty good match here. So now I need to set up a transfer, and it looks like I'll probably won't have to wait too long to get there, because I'm in the inside track, means I'm going to be moving faster. So let's move this over here. Start a flight plan. I already had it open. Start a flight plan. Oh. And we want to change it to the frame of reference that includes our little shipwreck. Okay. Now we want to add maneuver. You want to be in the proper frame before you add the maneuver. And so I want to thrust towards it and see that little wave we made here. We want to push that to the target here. We do this by moving back the timing, this means our maneuver node will be later, so 10 hours. And then we want to do this again. Keep on doing that until I can get an intercept. And we don't even need to be looking at that green thing yet. Just keep on walking it out. Right click on the yellow thing to get it to stick, and then we're just trying to decrease that number. Just keep on walking it down. Do whatever you gotta do to get it to go down. If one way makes it go up, then the other way is probably going to make it go down. Okay, now this is... Could I make it more accurate? Yes, but the problem is that this is just a plan, and you have to execute the plan, and the tools that I have to execute this burn aren't nearly as accurate as my plotting tool. So let's show on the nav ball. I think I double clicked it. Yeah, I just clicked it twice. Show on the nav ball, and we got 18 hours. 18 hours to the maneuver. So let's start fast forwarding. We're way out from Earth, so it shouldn't be a problem with time acceleration. Unless I pass it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Approaching maneuver node. Slowly slowing down. Okay, that was a little too close, but I think it won't be too bad. Get on the maneuver. 5 seconds. Let's go ahead. I think I zoomed in. And that happens time to time. Don't let it freak you out. You still got the visual. Go by the visual. We're going to lock this in. You see that? Very gently trying to... There, that's not too bad. Not too bad. So now we're going to delete everything, and I'm going to make another one. So we want it more accurate. That we have to be within 2,000 meters to activate this ship. Otherwise we can't even switch to it. And so I'm going to set up another maneuver. We're going to about halfway to target. We're going to put another maneuver node just more fine-tune approach to the target. Get rid of that one. Add this one. Whatever we can to make it smaller. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's pretty good. 520 meters. That's pretty good. That's acceptable. So, whoa, 1 day. So I gotta fast forward 1 day. Quick save it. Just in case we get a crash here. Oh, and FYI, if you're using the mods I have listed, recognize that there is a memory leak, or I'm highly suspicious there is a memory leak. I've got 16 gigs of RAM, and I notice over time, the more I play, the closer it gets to exceeding that limit. And the only crashes I ever have using this is when my memory is, when Kerbal Space Program is pretty much using all available memory. So realize that it takes hours. Takes hours of gameplay, 2 or 3 hours. I don't know if it's time-based or if there's certain activities within Kerbal Space Program that that accelerates the leak. But just beware. So what I do is I play for about an hour, or at the end of every mission I just completely close out of Kerbal Space Program and start it up again. And as long as you do that, you shouldn't have any crashes as a result of the leak. And I'm not even going to try to speculate on what's causing the leak. It's one of the mods, but which one is not something I'm that interested in trying to debug, because I can live with it. If you don't have 16 gigs of RAM, then yeah, it may be unplayable in this configuration. I went a little too far. Or is that still 500? That's still within 500. I call it close enough. So let's delete. Delete. 585 meters. That is perfectly sufficient. 92 meters per second. See, this is the difference in velocity at the closest approach, which 92 meters per second is a very slow approach. We're probably actually doing this, and I'm gonna predict that this is happening at the apoapsis, at the furthest part, or close to it. Well, okay. Not that close. I was wrong. Wow, that's a pretty slow intercept. So that's plenty of time. You've got about, I don't know, maybe 500 meters per second in your worth of delta V in your little backpack there. So the only thing we have left to do is just do the intercept. Let him drip closer, wait till we get to 2 clicks away, and then try to switch vessels. Let's just do it. Just do it. So let's see, I'm gonna look at here, look at this distance here, and that'll tell us when we're getting close. I'm not sure what distance the icon starts. It's probably under. I should see it. Yeah, there we go. 100,000 meters or 100 kilometers, somewhere under there. Here we go. Remember, 2 kilometers is where we can switch. So 2, there we go. So I'm hitting the right bracket. That gives me this. We want EVA. We want to hit spacebar to let go. R for our thrusters. We want to select this as a target. And we're looking for the retrograde. And we want to thrust retrograde. We want to reduce the speed between us. So that's the target there. That's the direction of the target. So we got plenty. There it is. So we're matching speed. Now we're approaching. Now we want to. Now we want to go. We want to put that. Meatball inside the dinner plate. the pink circle inside the prograde marker, the golden circle. And we're just going to approach. Take a look. Now part of our space program. I didn't even think to look, well, I didn't really have time to look to see what he was. And you may not want to do a collision course, especially if you're approaching at a high velocity, because you could overshoot, or if you're on a direct collision course, you may smack right into your target. So we're just going to reduce the speed. I think the door's over here. Oh, there's the door. That's it. Autosave. That's so annoying. Ooh, a shadow. Grab it. And he's on board. Richlan Kerman with a scout. Very interesting. And we can do a little science while we're out here. We can do crew report and an EVA report. Get out for a second. EVA report. Keep it. Forward. And do I dare transmit it? Yeah, let's go ahead. The question is, do I have enough electrical charge? Yeah, I did. Just in case he doesn't survive. Oh, maniacal laugh. What am I doing? So delta V wise, it would be most efficient for me to come up to my apoapsis and then reduce the parapsis into Earth's atmosphere. I've got 2,000. I've got plenty of delta V. I can do this right here. Pointing to the sun, and maybe we can get some extra electricity so we can transmit our EVA report. There's no reason not to. You get 100% science. Did that transmit? Damn it. What's the message log? Flight results. Crap. That's not. No, that's not it. I never used that button. Okay. Well, I guess it's lost. The message is lost. It's not like I'm not going to be in space anytime soon to do that again. Alright, let's thrust. Retrograde. I don't know why my brain won't come up with that word. There we go. Alright, so how deep in the atmosphere do we want to go? I think maybe 70,000 meters would be good. Lots of delta V. I don't know why I was so worried about Okay. Quick saved. Facing. So we've got 15 seconds left of fuel, about 1,000 meters per second. Where's the Earth? Oh, it's hidden. almost hidden by the sun. Okay, are we in the atmosphere? No, we're not. Okay, so let's flip her around. So I just got rid of my SAS module. Oh, let's arm the parachute, shall we? Because Richlan has no piloting skills, but that's okay. This pod is aerodynamically stable. It'll automatically maneuver to put its bottom into the wind, and this is making me a little nervous with the heat thing going up. There we go. I got way more ablator than I could ever need, even though I am traveling at a ridiculous speed. And it's all up to aerodynamics. So we're way out in the middle of Pacific. In the Pacific. Oh, wait a minute. We're right. Is that Hawaii? No, that's too far. That's too far south. What is that? I have no idea what those islands are. Will Richland wake up before the chute deploys? Yes, he sure did. And 2000 should be the altitude at which the parachute pre-deploys. I don't like to time accelerate to that, so I'm going to try to slow time acceleration down before I get to 2000. Parachute, full deployment at 700. it down to the water. Yeah, I don't like any kind of physics, any intense physics interaction with time acceleration, so we'll slow it down for the splash. There we go! Finally! Rescued all the Kerbals in the missions that I accepted. So no more fetch the Kerbal missions for the foreseeable future. Maybe when I get to the moon. Those can be rather lucrative, and usually I'm sending stuff back and forth anyway, so.